Welcome to Loleventvods. These are the best highlights of today's LEC 2025 matchup.
Obviously, with the core
for ego battles.
at least that's what top laners would like, but in reality, jungle.
Yeah, in reality, yeah.
Maurang has snuck his way in. We'll see that the red buff hasn't been started in 1-1-3.
This is going to be pretty easy for Maurang to get a lot of damage down, or at least force 1-1-3 away. Isn't going to overstay, immediately sees the run for Paris and is going to respect that, but tough for 1-1-3 to re-enter. Does have some healing on the passive, but obviously red buff early on is just going to completely outvalue the blue buff. Isolated 1v1, but does set him up to be quite vulnerable for a gank if they just get a bit of extra damage. And CC now, however, the engage in bottom lane. Retreat coming in for Ice. Ignite down for a little bit more damage, not doing too much, but Rogue very clearly in control of this lane. Ice no
team. LEC, and a large part of that was they had a strategy of drafting winning lanes. And it might seem like, well, duh, but they were very good at getting these winning lanes, and they leveraged that to great efficiency in the early game. Right now, they're looking to take a page out of that old playbook as they leverage their strong bot side of the map to secure themselves first dragon. With 1-1-3 on the bot side of the map, it makes a cross map for the Grubs a little bit harder. But 1-1-3 has found a way in.
All right.
Flashes.
Good smite. Does manage to make it over the wall. Maurang, though, still doing okay. Para's going to follow. Maurang likely to fall here, but he did get the objective he came for. Nuke trying to come in and snipe the kill with Severing Bolt. Flash out from Maurang. To deny Nuke.
So I don't know if necessarily better. In any case, Execute looking for a play.
Execute. Aftershock fades away, and now Ice really just gets to turn back and load some damage. A bit too much of a chunk there for how little damage they got down on Ice, so putting themselves in a bit of a disadvantageous state as he's starting to roam up. Looks like lane prio was the goal, though, as Rogue now starting their second objective of the game. BDS were able to grab that first kill. Now one step closer to the feats of strength, but this is the second objective for Rogue if they're able to grab all three.
I mean, I guess the payoff of dying for Maurang, quick reset back to base, heads back out onto the map immediately. Adam also getting a reset off, allows him to get the push. Irrelevant hadn't had that opportunity yet, now he's gone back to base.
Kind of rotate around mid, hoping to catch out. Nuke on the way. Dash in, flash forward on the ulti, a little bit awkward, trying to get tricky with it, but now just gets caught up anyway. Perfect use of the Petrifying Gaze, and down goes Nuke.
These are the type of ganks we like to see from Maurang. Nice pathing, circumvents the vision, and is able to set up.
You know, sometimes it's a hands diff and sometimes it's a mind control diff. And Maurang got the mind control diffy there. Is Execute, finding a little bit of lockup. Ice doing a lot of work in the individual fight. As 1-1-3 tries to make it the hell out, but he's already taken down. Paros needs to get out of there too. Maurang just in time to cover. Double buffs for Patrick, and in the extended fight, Rogue certainly favored, but Ice making sure they don't lose anything else.
The squishy Maokai just gets melted by the bot lane of Rogue. The engage from BDS, trying to leverage the numbers advantage that they have, really doesn't pay off in their favor. And you get to see some of the early game power that this Kalista brings to the composition. 2 kills now on the board for Rogue.
And I think this is the awkward thing, right?
Additional damage, on top of the fact that the additional CC allows you to build up those Ren stacks. And Maurang was on his way, which means that they likely could have ended up trading 1-for-1 regardless, but they end up making it a 1-for-0, and that's going to be the 3rd dragon of the game. But BDS this time round, immediately back out onto the map, make their way towards the Grubs. They're going to concede this dragon, but this will be a feat of strength heading over to Rogue.
Now it's all eyes on first tower. Kalista obviously known more for neutral objective control than how quickly she takes tower, but if either side fumbles a larger play, tower likely the next thing to be awarded. For now, Irrelevant creating a lot of pressure here on the bottom side. Might look to go all out. Good lockup coming for Execute. Buying a bit more time for the rest of the team to get there to stop him getting anything more in the 1v1 or 2v1 as Patrick shows up. And now needs to survive the dive. This is a rough dive. They need to bait the W, the Pathmaker, as they are unstoppable now. Flash in full, continuing all out from Irrelevant. That is not what you want to be doing. Again, this is
going for round 2, Dracons.
All right, Irrelevant. Ready to go all out. Round 2, 3v1.
I think they're going to get spotted out, though. The Maokai.
1-1-3 here. They were...
A swing and a miss.
Okay, the fight's still continuing, though. Nope, he's out of there.
I think it was just
phase rush.
Phase rush, yeah.
Range means that if they keep the goal this close, I feel like they're going to be pretty favored as we get later in the game in terms of objective setup, just because of the raw amount of poke they have, as you highlighted in draft, and of course, because of the choice to go for the AP Maokai, it's just going to add that little bit extra on top.
Look at this. Nuke already rotating down from the top side. Larson doesn't have this TP available, meaning that BDS will guarantee numbers advantage. Oh, 113.
Starting to fight. 113, that is not who you are looking for. You are still a very squishy tree. Instantly cut down. Lumberjack Adam. But now the ulti from Hoi coming in is perfect. Nuke finds his man. Is going to lock up Patrick as well. The fall damage is there. Paris looking for a little bit more. Ice and Nuke trying to get involved in the fight. Relevant pulling one back in the meantime. Larson's going to have to turn this all back on his lonesome. It's him and Malrang versus the world. Nuke, Ice, Irrelevant backing away. A good fight.
But no objective fail, which means that we return to the map and the dragon is on the docket.
And you can see Adam obviously opting for the black cleaver. Yes, it's nice to stick to your targets, but it does mean that when that Hwei and Maokai are able to lay down so much magic damage, you're really so squishy. TP comes in, completed item for Larson. That's 2 under his belt. They're going to be able to find this fight and get to Soul Point. Rogue certainly on the back foot as the objective starts to reset. The poke coming in from Nuke, but Rogue can just look for the engage here. Malrang ulti about to come out. 4K, are they willing to go for the 50-50? Adam just continuing to poke off to the side. Nice solar flare locking up Nuke. Instant follow-up coming from Larson. A clean combo to keep things going. Malrang looking for a little bit more, but again, it's Nuke still standing, blinking health bar, but it's not going to stop from keeping the fight going. Irrelevant has barely been touched. Ready to get back into the fight. One member lost on the side of Rogue. No one else has gone down.
Engage looked really promising for Rogue, but they couldn't quite convert it into a kill. 5 members of BDS. The health bars are low. Larson and Patrick looking very healthy. Malrang is looking to get some health back, trying to find a flank.
Okay,
ulti.
Going in with the ulti. Gonna try to get the work done himself, but the shield coming in from Relevant is clutch. Adam now getting in behind him, but the dragon has been taken down. A good smite coming in from 113 in the first kill. Now Adam needs to get the hell out. Ulti already used in the fight. Irrelevant on the chase, and it's all falling apart for Rogue. Back and forth, but in the end, BDS again coming out on top.
BDS just dance around Rogue in the fight. Rogue now find themselves on the back foot. 3.5k gold down. Atakan on the board. Irrelevant going to be the target once more. They've tried this a few times.
The damage from Larson is going to be crushing here. There's nothing he can do against the Casio. Grounded. He has no way out. Nice pick on the side lane coming in from Rogue. And Atakan potentially next on their list. Mid lane tower does go down, but they got good setup on the objective, and they're going to start at Callista as well. Makes securing the objective that much easier.
Casio is just melting through this objective right now. But you've got to remember that starting this objective is a scary thing to do.
Ulti on 113, trying to keep it out of the fight. Execute now going to follow, but the objective's still relatively healthy. Pull back. The aggro hasn't reset, but it's only 5k. A ton of spears in its back. They still might be able to secure it. Execute going to look to body block this one, but he'll likely lose his life in the process. The objective might be all that matters. Larson trying to bit more space, and now they're going to have the extra life to pull in. All of BDS immediately running. Nuke laying down the blue carpet to try to speed them out to safety, and Rogue walking away.
All of their outer towers, as you rightly said, that's the first tower going down in favor of Rogue. I think they should be fine conceding a few things. They don't have to overfall. I mean, the pressure is on Rogue to reclaim some opportunity back. They're diving.
Going in, CC immune, but not immune to death, although he will be sent packing back to base. Execute withdrawing as well. Rogue getting very little. I think this is about the best you could hope for. It seems like Rogue and Patrick wildly far behind this. Corki in past 2 items. Callista, yes, she's still going to do well, but it's not crit scaling in terms of what she's going to bring to the table.
Here we go. Dragon's going to be started off by 113. Adam secures the top tower, has TP available. He's going to channel it now.
Bit of an awkward angle. BDS just walking away. They have the vision to see this coming. Not going to get caught out by the way. 3k lower. Going to be the 50-50 on the smite. In the end, the Corki going to be the one who grabs it. Adam going into the midst of the team, but it's just a meat grinder. He instantly gets deleted. Now Larson flashes forward, but this time they're ready for it. Quick reactions to instantly turn that one around. Malrang running as well. This is a complete disaster. Rogue desperate to make a play for the 2nd time in a row, but this time there's no additional life. There's no extra buff, and now Patrick's in trouble.
BDS just play the front to back beautifully. Patient, well executed. And Rogue just get dismantled. Another kill goes over to Nuke. Whose frontline dies first? I think it's just Rogue's. Like, Adam seems to melt in every exchange. He's going to be forced to ulti here.
No, holding on as long as he can. Really desperate not to ult. Will finally ult, and now it's going to start to run back again. A bit chaotic there.
It's going to make your backline that much safer in the upcoming fights. Without that threat of an Olaf flashing on top of your Hwei, you're not really that concerned. TP's now going to come through. BDS looking to maintain pressure around the Baron as they start up the objective.
And again, double AP items for the Maokai, so it's not doing a ton of damage to Malrang, but it's at least taking away that passive, making him that much squishier if he does try to join in the fight. It may come down to something like a 50-50 steal, but tough for Malrang to do that unexpectedly. It was, you know, taking the Drake, and Rogue just kind of wandered up top and got Otacon.
Yep.
I think everyone's painfully aware of the sneaky objectives being on the table, although Ice going to start this one knowing that he has the time and that Rogue really aren't in a position to contest. And Rogue, well, they do have a fast Baron.
I'm surprised they even came here. Q is forced to back. You have a numbers advantage. Now is the time to go.
And going they are. Malrang, level 13, smite available. Will it be the fight or the Baron? Ice playing this one slow with 113. Passive healing, keeping 113 relatively topped up.
Malrang is the person you have to be cautious of. Looking for a steal. Max looking to try and get some vision.
A split call here. No one's stopping Malrang from getting in the pit. 5K.
Ice is now very low as well, taking
BDS
a lot of damage from the
debating.
Baron.
Waiting for more members of Rogue to walk away before they try to burst this down, but they know Malrang can see.
This is very awkward.
But good discipline that they haven't burned anything else. They're waiting for Execute to go down. Malrang now getting into the pit. Might just try to keep hitting the Baron. I'm not sure what the plan is here because Rogue are now slowly being pushed back. Execute down, nuke, godlike Malrang still in the pit. The rest of Rogue just trying to poke over the wall to stop their jungler from going down to hope to steal something back. But Paris coming in, looking to get the job done. It's a bit of a split call from Rogue, but it doesn't matter. They get the Baron, they'll get the fight as well. Irrelevant there to take down Adam. Bit more damage onto Larson, but Archangel's keeping him healthy. It's all falling apart for Rogue here.
It's Rogue that actually pulled the trigger. BDS's patience pays off as Patrick now running for his life. Irrelevant is looking to run him down.
Lot of spears. Slow goes in, severing bolt, nice backstep. Patrick, good movement.
Threat, and it's been very difficult for Adam to really threaten that backline.
And it's so hard when you fall behind in a game like this too, because you lose that vision control. Larson forced to flash and retreat, Execute off to the side. At least getting a little bit of damage down on the nuke, and now Olaf on the chase. Bit of revenge coming in for Adam as Nuke tries to hold the line as best he can. Irrelevant might just be able to save him though, trying to take Adam out of the exchange, but down goes his mid laner. Now it's Irrelevant versus Adam, but Adam in trouble. The rest of BDS trying to collapse. All of Rogue running away from their own base, trying to get out with just the pick, but they've already lost both their carries.
The best thing for BDS to do now is stop the bases. Paris and 113 can just keep throwing saplings into the brushes, interrupting these bases, and you can allow Ice to just break open the base. I feel like Ice should just be running towards the base right now. He doesn't need to be chasing for these kills. Perhaps the priority is on the Dragon instead. And it looks like that they're going to look to try and secure the Soul. Either way, another teamfight win for BDS. Adam finally finds a way onto the backline. He does take down Nuke, but you can see the cost of being able to find that.
This is rough, man.
Rogue's at the top of the ranks in mid lane throughout 2024, and is continuing to demonstrate it alongside Ice, who is involved in 17 of the team's 19 kills.
Yeah, everywhere that he is needed to be. Yeah, starting to look more like a threat. Certainly a little rough around the edges in a few areas, but once they make it into those fights, they've been nothing but consistent. Alti moving in. I might try to find the angle, but again, the range advantage just makes it so easy for BDS. Just poke. If Rogue try to step up and contest, they're going to be losing 50% of their HP bars. So even the smallest step forward, they need to be ready to turn it into a full engage, or they're just going to slowly lose this one.
BDS is just that much more durable with this Chem Soul at their back as well. The longer the fight goes on. Slowly sieging away, slow and steady has been the name of the game for BDS, not over-forcing, leveraging their range as you highlighted. They secure the bot inhibitor. They'll turn their attention towards mid lane, staying as a 5-stack for now.
Larson with death cap, but there's really no TP wards for him to get to. Malrang finding the initial engage onto Irrelevant, not ideal. Adam already ulting, but doesn't really have a target to stick to as Ice goes 1v1 versus Patrick and clearly comes out on top. Bit of a shield to back him up from Nuke. Rogue with an 80 carry down, minions coming in, and inhibitor already falling as well, a second likely to follow. It's all on Larson, no flash, but he does have the death cap.
I mean, he's gonna have to find some crazy play to turn this one around. 113 drops the ulti.
Awkward, not maybe hitting those priority targets as Irrelevant gets a bit more space. Larson now in trouble though, good engage coming in from Paris. 113 now following up. AP Maokai might have enough damage as Larson desperately tries to hold on, but the Ignite stopping the healing, making sure the Rel can get the job done, and that is it. Rogue, some good looks in the early game, but ultimately BDS just better in the fights, more consistent, playing better together as a team. They will go 2-1 in week 1 of the LEC Winter Split.
An easy ace to round things out. BDS, a solid performance, 24 kills to 8. A bit of a slower one. We saw... there is... Jason, yeah. I have seen every build under the sun running the opposite rune. So,
good initial Zenith Blade there. He's able to tag upset, does get a solid...
Halo Blades does suggest that he could be considering the on-hit build. We'll see as the itemization comes through.
The poke, trading back forth with the CC. Sten forced to flash away. Positive trade for the Fnatic bot lane. Team Heretics
That were
had a
quick
bit
to punish, so they reclaimed some of that pressure back. Of course, farm advantage still in favor of Flacken. It's Carlson getting quite low in the top lane.
This is a tough trade.
Doesn't have the weapon swap from Oscar. He's just going to be happy with the flash.
Grass
Not
proc,
gonna...
then you knock the Renekton away. It's just so difficult for Carlson to do anything at this point. Is still seeing aggression on the bottom side. Flacken able to Valk out to safety, but this lane is not getting any easier. Halo Blade's disgustingly powerful in those early short trades, as we might have a 3v3. Nice sidestep from Razork to get away from the root.
They protect the wards. Shale, I think, will be forced to concede the Scuttle Crab right now.
Yeah, and the difference in a ruby crystal, excuse me, a sapphire crystal, it just does not mean a lot. Oscar has to be careful here, though. Not sure if he has awareness of Sheo. If the root connects, it's so easy for Carlson to try and finish the kill here, but Oscar in level 5, Carlson very low. Sheo gonna need to burn all of his cooldowns to try to stay standing here. Razork flashing in to try to get that jump done, and now Sheo and Ivern on his lonesome, but no damage to his name. Fnatic happy to just keep pushing.
Shale, again, with first blood.
This is the tough thing about Jace. Hold that thought, Estend. Now gonna go for the quick punish on Mickey. Mickey not gonna make it over the wall. So you get some good and you get some bad. Razork now gonna start this objective. But it looks like Team Heretics are ready to match here.
They are. Mickey trying to act on zone duty right now. Should spot out Stend and the rest of Heretics.
Nice escape there, finds the stun, both aftershocks used, and Razork gonna grab at least one. But they can't really afford to stick around. Wave not in a good spot top lane, just now resetting means Oscar gonna be late to the play. Even though he is ahead in the 1v1, it just shouldn't matter. But the smite is good. I don't think they should be able to grab 3 here. 200 health, they're gonna grab all 3, Team Heretics. You talked last game about Spectator, and it's just a bit unfortunate.
An awkward affair. The root comes through onto Razork.
Razork still rooted. Fnatic still looking for the spike. Humanoid level 6. Pullback is good. Ulti good to follow as well. Double kill! Going in the blink of an eye.
Oh, hang on a minute.
Carlson going in. Calling out Carlson. Forcing the flash. Traded for ulti now. They're not going to go for the dive or anything else, but now they have control of the bottom side. They can just go for Drake. Maybe look to threaten a dive of their own on the top side, but Mickey is already here, ready to cover if he needs to.
Zoning away Mickey and Oscar from the tower. Root connects Mickey.
They don't have any damage. Flacken's all their damage. Mickey's already under tower.
Oh, they
now
turn their attention.
Oscar caught out a little bit here, trying to queue back, flashing to safety. Mickey trying to body block what he can, but there's not really a lot that can be done. Oscar taking over to level 8 though, luckily, and
Mickey gets 6.
trying to get something else. TP now going in topside. Oscar locked up, gets the Q back into Sheo. Good initial burst damage, but now Mickey's going to be in trouble. Fnatic overcommitting a bit there to try and save Oscar.
Yeah, I think
Has Sten to cover.
Heretics is going to start this one off.
And
No
so
TP available for Oscar. TP is up for Carlson. I think Fnatic, they don't have the numbers to contest this.
looking elsewhere on the map. Upset just now able to move up. It looks like they're going to try and start the fight. Initial disengage coming in from Razork. Razork trying to lock one up. In the meantime, though, Mickey now getting started, but a lot of skills missing. A little bit chaotic here. Ulti now coming in from Humanoid. First kill coming in. Shut down there. Sten taken out as well. Sheo, Camilo trying to get the kill back onto Humanoid, but the flash out is just in time. Mickey will finally go down. Humanoid trapped in the pit with his ultimate, but getting some damage back. Upset. Where's the Q going to go? Only onto Carlson. Razork there in the meantime. Messy back and forth fight. Upset going in to get one more. Camilo in trouble. The Vara should just be able to finish it. Double kill for Upset. Right next to the grub pit as Razork looks to grab all 6 grubs and complete the feats of strength.
It's a 4 versus 5, and Fnatic end up getting everything. The bot tower is getting absolutely demolished as well. Fnatic able to outplay. And now it is a 4v3, but we have to cut back to live.
Razork starting off with the ulti. Sten going to do what he can to body block. Camilo going to backstep, not to get caught. They should be able to escape. Sten might be sacrificed here. Likely to be. Sheo, Redemption, giving a bit more health. The finish is there. Again, Team Heretics just too damn weak. Ulti now coming in. Mickey going to fall with an ulti of his own. Camilo just no room to play. Desperation ult to at least clear the way over to cover. In the meantime, Fnatic are also grabbing an objective at the same time. And this is the thing, when you're this far behind, you don't have to commit all 5 members to do anything. It's so easy for Fnatic to have their cake and eat it too. Uh-oh. Sheo. That's not your jungle anymore. Long range root, immediate follow-up. Redemption will get a little bit of health back, but the Q out from Razork to deny that initial healing. Carlson now trying to follow up on a Humanoid. Humanoid could be in trouble. This would be a big shutdown, but already the first kill goes down. The rest of Team Heretics scrambling to cover, but Mickey might just look for the engage. Upset over the wall, does have ulti available if they want to keep this one going. Nice snipe from Upset, means he's on a rampage.
On this Leona. for the engage. Maybe if Carlson can find a nice flank, there's opportunities, but Fnatic just have so much distance that they can play with.
Mickey Q flash to the W, hit confirming there, and Kamilu, sadly, for what feels like the third time where Fnatic are so wildly far ahead that it is difficult to push the game forward in a meaningful way once you knock down these tier 2s.
Goodness, yeah, they're just
Razork. Bit of poke, Sten now firing back. Upset's ult gonna trigger onto Carlson, locking him down. Kamilu there, but again, he used his ult in the previous play. Humanoid gonna fire his ult out. Carlson now in trouble. They don't have quite enough damage to finish the kill, but they're just taking pot shots. They're not scared at all.
Carlson is just dying, and what can he do? There's absolutely no option for him as he's being chipped away at from... Man is playing PvE right now. He's been involved in one of the team's 12 kills. That doesn't mean he has been useless in this game. As
Strong pressure point is Flacket's. Yeah,
at this point, I mean, what's there to say?
Flip March. So nice for Varus. This Humanoid absolutely has no business being there. Side note.
Well, I mean, to be fair, they still have that control ward at the very least. But this is the idea from Fnatic, just suffocation. You know, I thought that was a Baron alive, but Rift Herald, of course, still sticking around.
I think Fnatic might try to time it up for the three-piece combo where you go Herald into Otacon into Baron.
Ah, yeah, the classic.
The rarely seen, yeah, the 3-nugget meal.
By the way, good luck face-checking this, Heretics. Yeah.
I mean, Razork has free vision. The part of the map that you should be able to... that I don't like as much, even though she has a lot of strengths, is she's doesn't have that 5
Razork's going all in.
Razork at least rooted to stop any further follow-up. Body block, a bit of healing coming in from the Redemption, but Oscar in over the wall, gonna do a bit. Mickey now following up the combo. Humanoid there to do the damage. Upset there as well. Easy for the carries. His Upset's just speeding through. That's the opportunity movement speed. Fine with that Ghost Blade. Double kill now. Fnatic haven't lost anybody yet, and it's 2 down on the side of Team Heretics.
Combos are lethal as well. Rel plus Hui. Oh, yeah. Walked into a brush that you did not have vision of. Upset goes godlike.
They're going to get this 3-piece combo.
They are going to get the 3-piece combo.
I think it's I'm going to say first time in competitive history. Don't know. Haven't watched enough LPL or LCK. It was the first time I've seen it. Herald into Otacon, probably base, walk back, get Baron. Surely there's nothing that Team
Getting the double. Uh-oh, Kamilu. He's in danger.
Upset flash forward. Aggressive use of the cooldowns. Down he goes. Now the bait. Jo probably dead here.
I think he's dead, yep.
Summons Daisy. A million pieces of hope
killed
from sources that he cannot see. Nice Q back, though. He did get tricky with it. Credit to him. If they weren't turbo far ahead, that would have been the kind of movement that would have kept him alive.
What an absolute slaughter from Fnatic. This is the level of play that I think Fnatic fans were hoping to see. They were a little concerned after day 1, but they bounced back strong. 2-1 is going to be how they round out their first week of the LEC as Mickey sets his sights on the Nexus turrets.
Nexus now likely to fall. Really nothing Team Heretics can do. Might not even be a consolation kill available for them, especially as the buff remains on the Fnatic lineup. False Life there, available. Fnatic are not going to drop a member in this siege. They might send a few members back to base, but as long as they hit the Nexus, they shouldn't lose anybody. Finally, 1 False Life buff down. They're killing them in the fountain. 2 have now withdrawn. Flacket likely to fall as well. 1 more. Q going in. Fnatic chance starting.
I mean, this is just bullying.
This is bullying. They're being cyberbullied. There it is. Fnatic win the game. Well played across the board. Team Heretics cross that precipice. The gold lead was too big. Options.
Yesterday, because Vitality were already in the ground about 10 minutes way to open your season and new year.
Doesn't look like we're going to have any sort of lane swap scenarios, though. More just everyone spanning out. Elyoya trying to get some vision on towards Vitality. They would have liked to get a ward down, just to spot out where Linces is, but now Elyoya actually...
Charms
great charm.
And it's a W as well. Dagda, that's an easy first blood. Beautiful setup from Vitality.
Beautiful setup from Chai from Upstart Koi, because essentially they're going to spot out that Linces is on this top side. So they're going to realize, hang on, we need to crash this fairly quickly, because our jungler's nowhere nearby. This is a bit aggressive from Alvaro, though.
But it comes with an ignite. Damage on Hilly after the fact as well. Vitality, that 2v2 sent packing, or at least back into the turret for the time being. And thank you very much to our observers for the picture-in-picture. One great thing about Cassante and Dagda, why he's just picked all the time, is this survivability in these lane swaps is also just what makes them great.
Yeah, and there's no way, as you can see with the buy on the top side, that we're going to get any sort of dive. So Mirren's going to be quite happy to just pick up a lot of the CS underneath the tower. And Linces moving back over towards his red had hit level 3, so I wasn't sure how aggressive he wanted to go. But I think with Alvaro getting that chunk on towards Naknako, putting him below half HP, looks like Vitality not comfortable enough without knowing where Oyoya is to try and go for something special.
But as you said, I just want to point back to your earlier circle on the map. Linz probably had some kind of idea is we're back up top because level 3 was just hit. Naknako in a bit of trouble. He dashes in instead, tries to be sneaky with it, but flashes away. Hilly with the counter engage afterwards as Alvaro's a new target, but Naknako has dashed away. And Super's just there to help out as well. Getting a little bit frisky top, but Naknako now without his summoner.
Yeah, he does have some bickies though, so be able to nom on them to make sure he's actually got a bit of a
He
healthier
walked in though, flash shattering strike. Hilly can't save that. Naknako crashed down on, but the dash from Ambessa, ridiculous, isn't it?
The mobility is insane on this champion, and Naknako barely had to get it. That looked dicey though, and maybe now looking a little... Oh, Jojo went in!
Ooh, flash. Holy moly. On a ward though, they're trying to bait it out. Alvaro found Hilly and he dashes out himself. We're playing on the edge of a butter knife in this early game.
It is big for Hilly to stop the resets though, because it means that Naknako should be able to get this farm, and that's why Hilly just kind of calling his top laner over to help out.
Early from Chayak there, but you won't care, Hilly. He wants a quick recall.
Honestly, yeah, being
Who
here.
cares?
It's probably going to catch Hilly off guard.
Yeah, off guard. Shattering strike, just a bit out of range from Alvaro.
He said on guard, but kind of missed everything, so it didn't really work out as well as he was like, but oh, Hilly.
Okay, now he's off guard, Dagda. He's also offside, I think, because Hilly just runs back to safety net. Here's Jojo as well, ignite down, and he just used his disengage. His flashes down as well. Jojo with his...
The opportunity for the... I was going to say for the Void groups to be taken by Oyoya. You're just going to get the trade now for Linces on the opposite side.
Kazi matches his top side. Alvaro going to take true shot barrage.
Actually pops a barrier to so if you are shielded and take damage, it doesn't interrupt the reset. So that's why Super used it. But now Alvaro,
yeah, Alvaro knocked into Linces. Can't do too much there. And you're right. I was like, that is a barrier. So I guess that's just worth it. You kind of like throw apples and oranges in the air. Barrier for the tempo. You know, Ambessa, and I'm just waiting for those Drakehound steps to come into action. Super's damage is going to be everything here with his phage as 3 members now converge. The flash immediately, but Naknako able to respond. He doesn't even have Merc Treads, by the way. That was just quick as anything. As this summoner is down again, but he's able to defend the rest of the turret as the wave thins out, and it's only going to be a plate for the trade.
Still, it's a flash on Alvaro, which is way less valuable than the flash on Naknako. He's going to have
mad koi again. It's just, you know, once you go through a full year of saying something, it's so hard to get out of it. As much as you want to practice and tell yourself, it's completely different. As those grubs have now spawned, by the way. I'm just going to say koi from now on. Make your life a little bit easier. Grub started, but it looks like a little bit of a fake here as Vitality have brought their support up. Hilly's now level 6 as well. And
look at the top though, Vi, going on towards Jojo Kyun.
Watching that. Knock up there. Jojo sees Linces and Vault Breaker away. Grub still being taken by Movistar Koi.
Yeah, this is the issue. I don't think you can really contest. Super going to get a ton of damage onto Hilly. And now, TP from Jojo. Was it TP? Was that just
He goes back and Linces walks right in. It's a trap. But imagine me with a fish head saying it as Movistar Koi. They're going to have free access to the grubs now as well.
Yeah, great pick. Again, Vitality just weren't in a position to go for this. Even if in an even fight, I don't know if they could really match up. And now, Garzi taking a little bit of hurt, but Alvaro just going to walk away.
Oh.
Public execution, nice dodge from Jojo.
It really was, wasn't it? I mean, Jojo, this game has been playing so well, but how does he get out of this one? The answer is just like that. And Jojo walks out. Vitality's early game, it is slowly being taken away. Dagda, 5 grubs in total, 2k gold lead.
He went to the bottom side to catch this wave that Shayak has already pushed in. He teleported in to push that as well. So I think this at least should be Vitality able to get the cross map. I'm just curious if Movistar Koi can maybe put up for a bit of a plate in mid lane as a response to this. But Vitality, 2 dragons at least. Not the worst of starts to be reckoned with as they set up on this bottom side. I think you can look for pushing mid with Corki and then start to lean on bot, which is why Vitality trying to defend.
It's Hilly himself moving in Tribrush, trying to contest with the vision, but Magnet Storm is the turn. You see the flash away from Linces because there was some Stranglethorns about to be on the way. Elyoya sending out the Tangle Barbs himself, and Vitality are still on edge, but Hilly's just sitting there waiting. I'm not sure. Quickness in, maybe a bait, maybe a ruse. It was! Jojo ultis out. Chayek follows through, gets a reset, gets a flash. The charm, and Elyoya burns his too. Hilly's getting hit some wild thorns on the way out, while Super now has to pick apart the pieces, but Vitality have won that fight. The lead to the feats of strength still not picked up, and remember, they're 2 a pop. But it looks like Koi are going to be faster this. It looks like Koi will just get the feat of strength from it as well.
So Vitality traded hard for that bot lane turret, as we said, to try and make things a little bit easier for Chai and keep Jojo Pyun in check, because Nako is actually doing well on the opposite side. Now they're looking for Jojo.
He's going to go back to his soul. Lintus runs in. It's buffered by the ulti, but there's the cease and desist. Charm underneath turret. Chayek is tanking up, and he gets out in the end. Now Alvaro wants to seal the deal on a return trade, but Lintus, even with the ignite down, there's not enough damage yet. This is the problem. Rel is getting the slow down. Dagda says, hang on a minute, there's a dog on the way. That floating little woofer in Super is now in range. Cease and desist, look at the blockage. Lintus just walks into brush, he's now dead, and Turret will take care of him, while Super gets the kill credit in his first of the game.
Super with the toe beans of doom there, making his way down to the bottom side of the map and able to actually finish that.
Yeah, toe beans.
Toe beans. Yeah.
I've never heard that before. Is that an Irish thing?
Maybe, I don't know. But we're rolling them anyway as Vitality going to move up. What?
Elyoya just popped his Seeker's Armor Guard by accident in front of Dragon. I love our observer just disappeared from that as soon as he saw it, by the way.
No, it's, you see something you're not supposed to immediately just move the camera away. We don't want to embarrass him. But it is at least a nice Dragon take here for Elyoya, because this could have potentially been 3rd Dragon for Vitality, but again, investing that play onto the bottom side, they don't get a chance. So now, I think it just comes down to Mbessa. Mbessa, Adakan.
I'm dumb, Dagda, because now it's feats of strength. It's right just about 2 minutes too late here. Or 2 minutes too early, I should say. So feats of strength now go over to Koi as Jojo's going to be in trouble again. Look at Hilly with the quickness. He wants in, but Alvaro's here for backup. Will Jojo be able to survive? Yes, thanks to W. Kazi can't finish him off. Mystic shot onto Alvaro as well, and it's good defense play here.
It's to contest on the wave state is Kazi, so...
Oh,
Jojo,
great
nice
dodge.
feet.
Yeah, his feet are looking good here, Dagda, as he looks for a little bit more damage, actually hitting everything onto Chayek, and now Alvaro's there. A quickness out, or rather quick feet with the flash in the end. Chayek's out, but
try and start this off because you have the range advantage for Koi. He finds Alvaro.
You said it. Hilly starts it, but who finishes it? Alvaro just stands there waiting. Teleport flank is huge as well. That ward they couldn't clear. Now gives Mirwin access, but Lensis is already out by the time he gets there. He moves to mid, has inside turret access, but no demolish up and available. Mirwin only with the chunk.
But that's huge for Vitality. Nako's still pushing him bot, and he kept his TP. Now the
Cease and desist onto Super. The 80 carry caught out. They all jump in the back line, but Super's not knocked up. He was pushed forward by Linsis, and Hilly got baited in. Koi get the opening kill of the fight. And you saw there, Dagda, the Q from Linsis didn't sync up with Hilly.
And now they want to just try and keep getting this poke down. Now, Mirwin doesn't have the teleport to try and come back into this fight, so obviously Koi just want to try and play it slow, make sure there's no window for Vitality to get anything off the back of this, and it's just Hilly who's gone. Dragon next in the eyes.
Just a replay of that, but for now, as I see all the summoners drop down, the Dragon being the cost is quite nice here. Koi going to match 2 for 2. And Ocean Soul, remember, with 2 Ocean Dragons. Barrage pokes Jojo. Koi are stepping up through this mid-wave. Linsis with the all-time flank. It could change the game.
But they don't know where Movistar Koi is. Jojo Pyun now moving up towards the top side. They'll have vision that he's gone, but do you feel comfortable to dive Super?
Under turret, he's there. He's early, but doesn't matter. The perfect execution makes a public version right down for the shutdown. Now numbers advantage is big as it pays off, and Alvaro's ulti on the return puts them in trouble. I'm looking at Koi now because they're in this choke in a very bad spot as Hilly gets a knock up, gives the kill over. Mirwin the tank wants something, and he gets a flip, granted. But what can Elyoya do? At half HP, Vitality run away, but 2 members dead, and the Baron sitting there with Adakan as an option.
I think the Baron is the wrong call here. I think you do Adakan, and then you look for the reset, but
they're scared.
They don't feel like they can do this quick enough. 10 seconds on Super. Movistar Koi end up pushing them away. Kazi just going to look to interrupt the reset. He rest the carries off, but Hilly, he's fine. He'll W out of this.
Yep.
Won't W out of this.
He just sent out Dagda. What have you done?
Sorry. Didn't. Yeah. All right. Well, Hilly goes down.
Yep.
Now you have no support for your engage for these potential. Okay, oh, he's
These
gone!
wards are hurting Vitality just after a great flank from their jungler. They come back. 2 now dead on Vitality. Baron Atakan, I know this time, Koi will start it.
Yeah, I really think Atakan in these situations is so much better because you get the buff, then you can take the potential Baron fight after as well. And with Dragon going to be up in a few minutes as well, it feels like this is kind of back-to-back now, a potential third Ocean for Movistar Koi, plus then taking down some of these turrets. That's such a huge swing off of these 2 picks.
I mean, Elyoya finds the grasping roots. Could have been mine. And Nuko is here. He's just dealing with Mewin. Or he's going to ignore him and get the turret. You know, it always, you know, Curly from the Three Stooges. I see a pick.
I don't think you can, though, because you've still got that Atakan buff, so
yeah,
you just take the fight and you're happy out regardless.
True shot. Alvaro looks for an engage. Koi is still thinking, what can we do? Mewin gets a flip back, and remember, those Atakan buffs are going to outlive the Baron at this rate. Good ulti here from Jojo. Hilly almost dies. Running into it, and Mewin, you can see, doesn't care. Perfect all out with the Stranglethorns in the middle, and as he goes over the wall, they still haven't expended the extra life. The Koi is swimming nice.
And now Karzi just wants to try and poke them down, see if he can delay this at all. The TP was used by Jojoput to get in. If they can kill him, he can't get back, but there's just nothing there. They will take mid lane tower as some solace, but this game is slipping very quickly out of their hands.
It really is, and even though it's been competitive and I've enjoyed the journey of this game, however slow the kills have been, you know, I have to come back and say that every single time we get in a fight with Elyoya, like, the damage is obvious.
But this is why those moments to kick back against them.
They're set up here in the proof of the pudding, right? As Mewin's going to be the target. I mean, Kazi has the damage to start taking him down, but he's going to take a while to flip back the arcane shift right into him. And now get ready for some true damage. However, flashing away, he knows he's about to die, and shutdown given over to Kazi. Vitality, there's one pick. It might open up the game as Kazi's damage on Elyoya very insurmountable right now. Flash away from Chayak's charm as the ulti still comes through. Cease to desist, public execution, another shutdown. But in the backline, look at Jojo. He found a 2-man ulti. He's bringing the fight back until Kazi says, nah, bugger it. I'll carry the game myself.
There's the pick that Vitality needed. They started with the tankiest member and they finish with the...
But he gets away pushed in regardless and buys him some time. Mewin pops up out of nowhere and Hilly just says g'day. Now you can see Elyoya is trying to move into position, get a grasping roots onto Kazi, cleanses out, not caught out by Jojo Pyun, who finds his own angle at half HP. Is their superstar edge?
Jayak is going to be in position to answer, so it's a Dragon for tier 2.
Yep.
If you can get the soul, it's worth, but I actually like the call from Vitality, just play the map state.
Well, Elyoya at least moving to Soul Point, but as you said, getting some gold in their back pocket to catch up, maybe to these 4th items, which Kazi was already there, but looking at Chayak specifically is...
Mid inhibitor if Vitality overextended the top side. Hilly once more, just trying to pincer here. Linces again, I think he's just snuck around the vision once more. He's in the back line.
Celestial opposition taken care of. The likes of Alvaro, who's got his flash available as well, mind you, but one thing is Dagger as the flip comes in. Chayak ulti's out. Fate Seal though catches the superhero 80 carry. He's almost dead until Super comes in and shuts him down. There's another kill onto Chayak, and that's what they needed to get back into the position they're in.
I cannot believe Jojo managed to catch both of the carries for Vitality. The words were on the tip of my tongue to say, it's so mobile, there's no way you can hit them, but Movistar Koi find a way, and now can Linces answer.
Oh, he's trying onto Super again. Public execution gets into the back line, and Nuko's doing work. Super flashes away, though, but they've run out of their damage. Their 2 carries are down. And Koi, with their import mid laner, with the NA superstar, the youngest LCS champion, are about to win their 2nd game of the LEC Winter Split. As Jojo under turret cares not, and with that turret dropping down as well, Koi move on to the last. Linces left standing, but for how much longer? The ace comes through, and Koi take down the B, secure the honey for week 1, and move to 2 wins.
That is some very happy folks from Movistar Koi. That was a fantastic game. Playing as Nidalee, the things you want are the map. Loopy now going to put pressure on the cops and early. Summer Spell would be sick, but
Caps just accepts it. Zenplay doesn't care. Aftershock doesn't connect, but Gatling Gun does.
this is also a really weird opening from SK. They've set up Rahel on the mid wave. They've sent Reeker to the side lane.
But I mean, Rahel just takes a big chunk of damage. He was sharing experiences. He is now once again as Isma tries for this invade, but Lebrov flash Q. Isma flashes in return. The Nidalee, of course, having pounced, but I mean, Isma's just forced back again. That's the second.
And then, as you were saying, you're starting to open up this gold lead here, this gold lead here. So this hasn't worked out at all for SK. Like, the advantages in the solo laners are there, so they can't contest in the void grubs. G2 already with a good rotation now. You just end up with Rahel matching into Hansama while being down on items because he hasn't got a good reset off and had to start with tiers. So it's been really, really weird.
Might get to prove it a little bit here as Zenithblade taken over. Rika does actually get level 6 now. Lebrov is the target. They want something, but Shattering Strike delays the engage onto Skumon. Shield of Daybreak, a Javelin toss, Fate sealed. Rika doesn't connect. Its flashes burn, but a Zenithblade, a follow-up. SK are getting something from this play, and it will be Lebrov in the end who sacrifices his life, so Skumon lives. Oh no! The Javelin toss hits him in the booty.
Caps didn't move. It was actually the full rotation from SK to get into position. Now Hansama, he's going to fall underneath this tower as well. Broken Blade has no TP to get here.
Ooh.
Neither does Caps.
These would be stacks tonight. This will be a big kill. Hansama needs to get something in return. He flashes, but under turret, Isma's got his name. 3 kills, Dagda, and all of a sudden that early lead, that early mishap, the lane allocation, all of it out the window.
SK, not quite out of the woods yet.
Important context. I'll hold on to that here. Is Skumon is actually on a ward, by the way, or at least that just expired. So knows that Dragon has started here. Control ward in front, going to make sure there's no other vision tagging him as his duration in this Dragon. But look at the minimap. Look at the minimap. SK are channeling down in a conga line all the way to just steal this from their hands. Javelin toss connects, and G2 are angling themselves. You see Broken Blade ready to send out the Keeper's Verdict, get a disengage at 1.5. It's going to be a Dragon Seal for Isma, but he has to get nearby. Teleport bringing in as well, but the Smite already gone down. The Fate Seal, though, connects perfectly. Skumon in a lot of trouble, but against the wall, Broken Blade denies it being clean. Isma gets a kill once again, but Rika is slapped around by Broken Blade.
SK were a little late on the play, so they had the TP advantage. Just going to give it up. Maybe look for a bit of a play on bot side. As you can see, Lebrov cheating down towards that side to protect Caps.
Well, it's just given up for grubs in the meantime. As you said, to protect Caps so they can get in and use some of these grubs' power. Rika's just going to take a bit of damage under turret, but at least he's able to step up and clear the wave, thin it out a little bit so that this can't go much further.
Yeah, just looking for plates. Hansama in a lot of trouble though. Spear.
He's stepped up for that.
Yeah, not going to connect. Seeing if Hansama was good. What is it, like 7 minutes in the game?
Yeah. What does he give? A little GA, only a minute this time, as Genax turret dive is going to kick us off. Skumon is not in yet, the all-out use, and Broken Blade didn't even tag him up until now. Oh! That was delicious.
Well, orchestrated by G2 there. Isma now on this top side. I don't think there's very much they can do.
Degustation menu, Dagda, what do you think? What's the second course coming up here? Keeper's Verdict, it's swinging, and it's a perfect shot. Putt-putt hole in one.
SK are not getting value from these teleports. I think look, they are still getting to grips with the new roster.
They are.
And I think saying they are the worst team in LEC, for example, Mr. Hysterics.
Zenith Blade, it catches up. Actually, Broken Blade might be dead. He flashes away, but he's going to get ranged here. A flash to match the auto, and down he goes with the turret, which leads them into the feats of strength.
So, shouldn't be too much of an issue to actually get in position to contest, but G2, I was about to say, need to start this up because they want to get that TP bird from Genex, and at least if they're going to have to fight the 5v5, get something early.
Loopy sends up with a Zenith Blade while G2 are killing Baron's younger sister. For now, G2 ignore it as Broken Blade. Remember, he was here first. Loopy is caught unawares and gives the cash into
that's not the TP. That's not the TP.
It's unstoppable, but not when Steadfast Presence is up and available. Genax has to flash away as well as G2 now play their own version of front to back, and Caps starts electrocuting Rahel. He gets Fate sealed. He flashes away, and Rika wants to get out of his own way, but Lebrov keeps him in place, and Isma has to walk up, now walk away. Hansama's ready to pounce.
Genax got Skumon though, so it is a 1-for-1 and all said and done. Now the TP coming back from Rahel. Damage from Rahel and Isma immediately that took him low, but now Loopy caught out.
Yeah, he is once again. He burned his flash in the last trade, so this is a free kill for G2, and you know, Caps is just going to take this in a second. That's the second kill for the victor here.
An ult to Skumon, or even a potential engage from Labrov. So this is where SK need to try and play this a little slow, wait for Isma in the hopes he can land one of those miracle spears.
They've summoned the Rift Herald, by the way, as well, just to add a bit of priority in that bot side. Teleport being used by Caps just to get a bit closer, set up for this fight. Loopy again is the first target. He's the front line, but Broken Blade gets knocked back. Rika, though, a two-man is perfect, but Caps walks it out. Genax all out, but now he's squishy, and he's without the rest of SK. He sacrifices his life, but gives a shutdown, or rather a catch-in, and a dragon. I thought SK were going to finish it, Dagda, but Isma walked it away, and SK just didn't want to stay.
It was a great ultimate from Rika. Now going to see if he can get on towards Broken Blade, but he's just too tanky. And the problem was, Rika, the ultimate was class. Fantastic.
Yeah.
But Loopy missed the Solar Flare in the follow-up, which meant that they couldn't really stay in the fight to finish off those low-health members. So G2 ended up taking the fight, and now getting so much more.
Flash shove against the wall. Caps with a storm for Rika. A double kill over to the mid lane legend.
They can just continue to play out the wave states and wait for potential Mountain Soul for themselves.
Loopy again is the engaged. Solar Flare missed again, Dagda. He flashes away, but where's he gonna go? Skumon takes his kill credit. Over the wall, Lebrov gets a Magnet Storm while Genax is slowed down, stunned up. Rika, he gets his ulti again. It's onto Cabs, but no one else there. A storm of chaos peruses like a bookshelf from hell. Rahel runs back. The turret is friend, but G2 with 5 yet again.
That was looking like a Thor scene. You get slammed into the wall, next thing there's a giant hammer, and a lightning storm gets called down your head. Rika did not have a good time with that one. And now G2 immediately over towards Atakan. Perfect timing as well. 2:30 until that Baron. They're immediately going to be able to use this to either pick up that objective or just start looking for inhibitor turrets.
It's peaceful on Summoner's Rift. That's
Yeah, it
because
got real quiet
the
real quick.
curse of Atakan has been lifted. This guy, thing, not great. He won't admit it on broadcast, but Dagda is a little bit spicy, and I will say that as G2, they've been spicy in this game thanks to the fact that their mid and 80 carrier fed. Pushing up sides, Caps is now just using Broken Blade with an ulti.
Oh my god, that
Rika! Holy. Well, flash away. Rika, see you later. Oh, Lebrov is dead.
He's fine. He's just going to go
Withdrawing.
straight back to base.
What do you think happens when you withdraw?
You go back to base.
Yeah.
I think it literally you can see it on screen.
Not
Hansam's going to need to. No.
No, but I mean, like, you know, like in life, Rika is about to die if he stays there. Good thing he dodged away.
They do lose the tier 2 mid though in the patch notes, so that's all they have to go off of.
Small text, buildings have souls. Cap still with a GA, yeah, he can do this. He doesn't care. Broken Blade can also do this, he cares not. I mean, G2 all of a sudden, just because they've got Atakan, they're in control, and they're going to teleport in, Dagda.
Hell has TP as well though, so he's actually going to join in.
Guess who's the target again? Loopy at half
That's
HP.
very far forward for
It
Porky.
is right in the middle of everything, and it creates a Magnet Storm, Chaos Storm. SK are unborn. A double over the Caps as it holds the rift. Hot damn, that's some electricity as Rika gives over the first pentakill of LEC 2025.
Feel Caps' storm scorn on the bottom lane as G2 will pick up a magnificent pentakill for the man himself in the mid lane.
10-0 and 4, all of a sudden we celebrate him more. Man, this guy's good. 5.5K in G2. Sick of being 0-2, Dagda, I think we can say.
SK feeling the brunt and the weight of G2 Fury as they move over, not only off of a Mountain Soul, but now to pick up a Baron buff for themselves as well. It was already an uphill battle.
But they'll get nothing of the sort. G2 with an inner turret top, that's now down. Broken Blade is using Baron to push in mid, and he's drawn the attention of 2 people. That opens up windows here. G2 getting engaged on. Rika thinks better of it. The next wave start crashing in.
There's very little they can do. You can see SK running back towards their Nexus turrets, but I don't think they're really going to keep themselves either. Skumon just poking with the wind becomes lightning, threatening and engage. But G2, they got what they came for, and mid lane's next in the cards.
Caps get a double penta. That's what we wait for. I mean, this Victor's capable of it. As SK, look, they're going to get slowed down, and here he comes again. Loopy flashes away, doesn't want to give gravity field. Magnet Storm is beautiful. Let's just do it again, Dagda. But this time it's hard to get the double kill, but hell, you still see that Chaos Storm owning the rift. Genax moves to the fountain, but G2 in 28 minutes. Say enough is enough. Ending week 1 with a win. we see this roster pull it all together to end out their debut.
Turns out if you give Caps the most broken mid laner on the patch, he's going to do absolute wonders with it. G2 pick up their first win of 2025. Mbessa and the Vi that are going to be diving in, but both experience as well. He's level
really is.
2.5. Lots about to tick over to 4, and now Yike going to fall behind again.
Losing his own jungle now. Closer doesn't have a smite available, so he's going for the kill. A bit of health gain, but Yike, a permafrost flashing out because under turret's the only safe place to be. Vladdy's now coming to help out, but he's low on mana too. A flash, shove into the wall. Targamas at level 2, he's matched. Permafrost, no blast cone for you. And Closer seals the deal.
Vladdy isn't expecting Closer to come in behind him. There's an award though.
There is a ward, he's trying to bait it out because Targamas is there, but Permafrost, again, it's easy with melee. Vladdy's gonna die. Jackies gets the kill. For now.
Yike can respond by getting Dragon on this bottom side, but it's nice to get Dragon, but it's a lot of time invested by Yike onto this, whereas Closer is going to continue to farm from the top side. So what is at the moment an equal trade is going to be now Closer getting his top side camps, moving in towards his bot side to get Raptors and Krugs, whereas you don't really have the luxury of a huge amount of these up for Yike. His bottom side at least is starting to respawn, but
you know it does have good implications for the Void Grub sector. That chunk there onto Callist as well. Giant X already at top side of the map as Yike is clearing out that bot side again. But note that the chunk that came through from Noah means he can push into the turret. Jun can hover in Fog of War. Targamas only just got level 3, by the way. Also worth mentioning when we had a big discussion about experience. But Giant X are going to secure all 3 grubs, no contest.
So KC need Yike now to support them on this top side because they know that Closer's going to be up here. There's the Void Grubs taken. Going to try and contest the respawn of the look for that reset. Yike going to help to cover, it looks like, to try and push out. Does have the TP to get back in, but Closer's here again.
And he's got ulti. Guess what? Yike does not. Fate sealed on top of that as well. Vladdy might die, but a good seismic shot back. Jackie's also ready to go back until... No cigar, no Q connecting from Jackie's to get
and
Vladdy
even if
down.
you don't, actually, Noah, is he looking for more?
He is indeed. Level 6 for both. Chains of Corruption here, but it's cleansed away immediately. Foster's Bomb didn't connect it.
Oh, the
dodges away from the Q. This 1v1 heating up. The Valkyrie damage is massive now. And Callist knows it. Respect Flash.
And now you've got nothing for a potential Void Grub fight that could be coming up with no Flash for Callist.
They've also spawned though. That's more important to focus your attention up here where Closer has already begun.
It's just going to be a trade. Yike isn't even interested in it. He's going to immediately move over towards the Dragon. So you can kind of tell they were a little nervous with Callist's Flash being down about trying to take some sort of fight. And even the push that Noah's continuously had on that top, so about entering into this pit. But it does mean you're going to have a lot of pressure now if Jackie's is able to get on towards a tower or Noah is able to get some pressure down. But yeah, actually.
Backing away.
Yeah.
No mid-pro.
Jun and Jackie's just getting enough pressure. I think what KC are trying to do is drag it into immediate dive onto the bot lane. Yike is here to help, but Mbessa is out of position. There's no Varus here. So it's only Yike who's trying to hold on to this bot side turret at the moment.
Power of XL, huh? Giant X, great early game. Flash, Yike tries to buffer it. He does so well, actually, but here's Closer. As easy as that, as Noah dunks down the ball.
That was so well called by GA. Goes across, plates go across, and now Kana wants to see if he can get a little
How
more.
far does it go? It's an all-out, but the ulti, weird, if I say so, is...
Efficiently. It's just Closer and Jun working in tandem to constantly support Jackie's. Jun, though, going to be interrupted here, so a little slower in the play, but I don't think it matters. He gets ulted and they get a trade for the Rift Herald. So now I think Jun just spotted out there. So the Giant X going to look to contest on towards Rift Herald.
The advantage for KC, by the way, is Kana has that leg up, but he's on top side of the map anyway, so we'll watch Riz walk down while Giant X start up their Herald. On the edge of patience here is Closer, but KC are thinking about how they get their angle in.
Big old Blasco there, so that'll definitely help him getting in. And Yike snuck over the wall.
He did. They need to see him, or at least Lot needs to go over. I still don't think Closer's seen him until...
No?
Now,
okay. I mean, Yike's smites have been pretty stellar over the last 2 days, so I don't know if you want to go toe-to-toe with that Closer, but the reset does come through, so it's a little bit slower on the take, but again, it will still be Giant X getting this, and they're kind of happy to just, well, slow this one down. The Dragon is up and available, but I don't know what's exactly happening here with Yike. He's going again.
He's
Yeah.
doing it again. Wait, but this time, yeah, that's a vision line, surely, right? Pings are coming down. Teleport used this time by Jackie to get up top. Yike just backs out again. He's playing around with the conditioning of a potential steal, but as you said, Dagda, Giant X slowly but surely get the Herald of Mir.
It does force Jun and Noah to come across the pit, though, in case something was about to happen, which at least looked a little funky, just drawing enough attention to open up plays for KC.
All right, Dragons to trade. Second one for KC here. But still, Giant X hold this lead.
This quite surprised as well, but has the cleanse. Jackie's has the Q3.
He buffers,
okay,
that's
nice.
what he does, but the cease and desist also buffered. Yone, is he fair? Start voting in the chat. Oh, you
in charge of Mordekaiser, I think it was?
Yeah, there is Mordekaiser.
No, Mordekaiser was the general.
Oh, Jordan dead. Big ulti's used. Change the corruption and Vile from Yike.
Nicely done by KC. That's a big pick. The one time closer is not with Jun, and they managed to find him. And Jackie's trying to push forward, but KC still have to commit onto this. Noah's gone towards that bot side just to pick up Raptors, so not really members here that GX need.
Yike thinking about going in. But remember, I mentioned that Kliss ult's down, Yike's ult's down. Even though Jun is dead, he's now back up and available, and there are some timers on that Chains of Corruption and on the cease and desist. So KC backing away, Giant X trying to bait in that Atakan's being done. And actually now it's going to be started because the resets came through. Wasn't on vision, but this timing is perfect, Dagda.
Kliss had to move back towards mid to push in, and now they look like they should just be able to take it. Flatty hasn't really spotted out. It's not going that quick there. They will know what's going down, but you do have the Weaver's Wall if you really want to go for this.
Yeah, I mean, there is vision there. You're right, Weaver's Wall going to bring in closer right to the pit, but it doesn't matter. At the edge of patience, they hold it, and they smite Atakan to get the GAs.
Spectacular. Noah looks extremely comfortable on the Corki, and here is Jackie's.
Yeah, here he is. Flatty, seismic shove, but Jackie's close to killing him, flash away. But remember, he's got another life. Yike comes in trying to help out Flatty, but with the cease and desist seismic shove, Jackie's buys a bit of time. He withdraws, he dies, but look towards bot. Dragon's going to be taken. Soul point, excuse me, it's a bait. It's a second dragon for Giant X. And Lot getting the shove to the inner turret here is what the time bought.
I don't know how much you can really do with this, though, as Giant X. Could maybe look for the dive. Jackie's his TP back into mid lane, but there's no real map pressure here, and now there's 5 members.
Look at him. Does Lot care? I mean, he'll just withdraw. There you go. Giant X back away a little bit. They got the damage down.
But you didn't get the tower, right? And KC haven't invested anything. Now Vladdy's able to answer the wave in mid. You don't have Jackie's ultimate to go for this, so they need to really hard force on this next play to get stuff, but they don't. Oh, 3 versus 5?
Well, they get cleanse onto Kliss. Let's see if it goes any further. Shove into the wall is good. There's damage from Noah. Public execution as well, but the hostile takeover slams Noah and Jun into each other until KC defend their turret.
With both Noah, I think you still has it, and Jun, but that's not really the end of the world, is it? Okay, so they die for the turret.
Now we get it.
But I will say, that is like
you can bring the team fight in. There's none of that. They're on equal stakes outside of the gold, of course, as Nearly all out just pulls that point apart. Flatty's caught. It's a great ult from Lot, who flashes away as Flatty looks for his reset, but he won't get bailed out. Closer gets the kill. He runs away. There's a great poppy ult, and Yike is slammed against the wall. A double kill for the old KC jungler. And Giant X with a brilliant pick.
What a pick in the enemy jungle. Setting up immediately to now go towards the Baron. Kliss gets knocked to high hell as well, so there's just no one to try and answer for this. Giant X, that's exactly what they needed to do to blow up in this game.
We just snapped to top, and with that pick as well, you know, Vladdy sent packing. Curious to see where it came from, Dagda, as we look at the replay, but Baron down. 7k gold lead.
The base for Baron, unfortunately, the reset's coming through and the focus on towards the Dragon, so it will be at least another Baron, if not another Dragon, before GX close out this game.
Well, Dagda, should I say it? Giant X closing the game is a big deal.
Extra armor stacking starting to come in for key members in KC, so.
Chains, cease and desist, flash away, good ulti from close. It means that Targamas can't get anywhere near the fight either, so they just turn for Yike, who is isolated from the rest of his team. Good damage out, but Jackie's went into the Hornet's nest and got stunned. An option, and they've got some wards here to see who's moving behind. Baron's now going to start in Fog of War.
Yeah, you got Lot pushing in on that top end to make sure that the waves are at least in their favor, but this has gone down so quick. It's Kana. Yike can still get in.
Yeah, he can, but he's a little bit late. So ulti comes in as Kliss sends out his own, but Yike is just blown to pieces. No, with the pick.
Nobody goes on their next turn. Jackie's just to be careful he's not caught. Still the public execution available for Kana.
Surely Ambessa can't gap close that much. Oh yeah, I think
Yone versus Ambessa.
I'm watching Noah channel up the bottom side wave. Targamas poked out a little bit as well. Good from Jun, but the whole team's here now. He has to flash away. It's from Yike that he must fear, but Noah's damage is immense. It's a 4-item Corky now, who's helped by the rest of Giant X getting in this bot wave.
Laddie just trying to get rid of the wave, but the Baron of Creeps are not falling easy. The cannon not going to be able to take it down. Kana able to finish that one off, but a stiff breeze will blow over that bot lane turret, and now you got to deal with mid as well.
They're carrying in multiple waves, so Giant X with this Baron buff. You look at top, you look at mid now. Lot is just making sure this cannon does a bit of damage. Kana clears it out as this next wave in bot is going to be crucial. Giant X getting close to finally cracking the base in this game.
Still, just the cannon going to come through, so...
Seismic Shove is on to close, everything used, but the poppy off from John was sexy, man. That was brilliant. Now any steadfast presence left over, you got to ask that from KC's angle as Noah pokes out rocket after rocket, and one sent out. A phosphorus bomb, if they're close enough, will hurt as well, but an inhibitor to drop down from Giant X, poking around, moving between things like the seismic shove, a double inhibitor to boot, make that 3 when top comes in.
Yeah, Jackie's going to be able to finish that one off. It feels like it's done and done in this game for KC.
Almost found it, but can he go any further? Lot cares not, and he flashes out at the end. Maybe I was wrong. Giant X getting a bit antsy, but they get the turret from it because 3 waves have added the pressure in as Jackie's underneath has to flash. He was a soul unbound, easily found. 3 inhibitors down, but Giant X like lost all their summoners.
Ott has TP'd into the middle of KC and now is immediately going to have to run away. The organization's ever placed is second in summer 2023, and they went 0-3 to open that week. So we are in completely uncharted territories when it comes to Giant X right now.
A crazy start, isn't it? You know, G2 went 0-2. And Giant X are about to go 0-3. The ult sent in. Look at Jackie's a fate sealed, and the deal gone with it as well. Targamas ulti comes out late, but Giant X are taking no more damage. An all out from Lot. When you ask, is there anything from the trolley? And Giant X in week 1 of the LEC will take not only the Lot, but they'll take KC down and prove that this team, with their roster swaps, could be looking at brand new horizons.
GX end the week at 3-0.